Yo, what's going on, Easy Gang? Before we get into the video, I just want to thank the 30 of y'all that smashed my last video with support. Just really got it in there on that one, so thank you for that. Anyways, today's video is going to be very different than normal. I was trying to get inspired for what to create the other day, and I was saying, like, what can I bring to the table that other YouTubers can't? And that's when I realized it. I got my life experiences that no one else can have, because like some of the YouTube content nowadays is getting unoriginal. There's a lot of reactors out there. There's a lot of, Mr. Beast clones out there. So enjoy this story about the time I almost ran over my principal. I actually used to do a lot of these videos back in the day, but they were really weird. I probably should delete those. But I also have more ideas if this video does well, like the time I beat up the autistic kid on a zip line, or what it's like to work in manufacturing, day in the life. Except I'm not allowed to film in the plant, so I'd just be telling y'all what it's like, but you know what I'm saying. Let's get into the video. So anyways, let's set the scene. You may be thinking after the title, dang, this kid almost hit his principal with a car. He must have been pretty rebellious and stuff. But that's not really the case. You see, I went to a private school where most of the teachers had a giant stick up their butt. It was like really far up there, a concerning amount. But anyways, they usually just didn't have a great sense of humor, since I was kind of like, not to brag, the class clown and everything. Shout out to Mr. Monahan's Bible class if y'all remember that. That was probably the class where I was able to pop off the most, because some of the teachers I did like. Mr. Monahan, he let me joke around. Mr. Stone and Mr. Gallagher, probably my top three. Mr. Gallagher still cuts my hair, by the way. Basically, you could get in trouble for some pretty small things depending on the mood that the teacher was in. I've gotten in trouble for going out the wrong doors, making a bird motion with my fingers. One time I got in trouble for saying I like my women like I like my bases fully covered. And I thought that was kind of clever and kind of biblical too, because it promoted modesty. But one of the English teachers didn't think so. But this video isn't about any minor pranks. Y'all clicked on this video to hear about how I almost ran over my principal with a car. Also, I'll try to draw key moments of the stories that I do in these videos, but until those moments come up, you'll have to settle with either Mario Galaxy gameplay or the Zelda gameplay that I already have on here. But it's decently entertaining. But anyways, back to the story. It was senior year. I was itching to get out of high school, so you already know I might have been acting out a little extra. And this one happened in engineering class with one of my least favorite teachers. I ain't gonna name any names, but we'll just call him C Dog to keep things simple. But anyways, the class was actually pretty fun. So it was engineering, which we like learn about, I don't even know, some kind of like EDP progress or process or something. Not like EDP 445. But we got to like make paper airplanes sometimes and like try to test and retest to throw them far. But anyways, in this unit, it was like the last unit. And we were making these grabby hands out of cardboard that are supposed to be like kind of like a very low budget prosthetic. So I remember we were in groups, and my group was like me, my friend Grayson, and this like annoying junior. But junior aside, me and Grayson just kind of took over, did our thing. And we had a pretty good hand at the end of the day. I called it the Galaxy Gauntlet. I think I actually have a picture of it. I do have a picture of it. So anyways, as you can see, you put it on your wrist and then you control the fingers. And you have to like pick up different things. So anyways, I was going around the room. We already did our thing actually. And then after, I was going around the room. And I might or might not have been like kind of grabbing some butthole. I mean, not the actual hole, but I was just like grabbing my friend's butts and everything. I was doing it with the cardboard hand, by the way, not my actual hand. And I thought I was being pretty slick, but I guess he like saw me and whatnot. And he like freaked out, even though I'm pretty sure it was consensual. But he got like super mad and he was like, go to the principal's. Actually, he didn't say go to the principal's office. He was like, wait outside right now. You like, get out of here. And I was like, all right. So I was just like waiting outside the door for like, I think I waited for like 10 minutes. And I was like, I guess he's pretty busy in there. But there's this common area that was like down the hall from my class. And I was like, my boy Connor, he's always chilling over there. So I might as well go chat with him. So we were sitting down, having a good time, yucking it up. And then I hear some short man footsteps coming down the hallway. And I'm like, oh, shoot. And then he sees me down there, starts bitching out. He's like, why didn't you wait outside the door? And I was like, I thought you forgot about me. Anyways, go to the principal's office. He tells him what happened. And then me and this principal did not like each other, man. We'll call him Papa P as a good little acronym. Dude, my code names in these are just as good as the code names about the women that I like tried to go after in my old relationship videos. But anyways, this guy, he came down from the north. He didn't really know what was up. My boy Big F, the principal before him, was like super awesome. good guy, pretty chill. He like thought I was pretty funny actually, which was weird. He had an interesting sense of humor, but I think I was able to crack it. But anyways, Papa P, me and him were not getting along. He'd been seeing me pop up in his office more and more for minor things, in my opinion, like I said earlier. But we're yakking it out, and he's like, "Well, I think I'm gonna have to suspend you for a day." And I'm like, "What?" I think it was for the rest of the day, and I was like, "Don't you think that's a little extreme?" And he was like, "Nah." And then I started getting mad. He started getting mad. We had a little bit of a, I think we got into it a little bit, arguing back and forth, back and forth. Not in a like sex kind of thing, just like, conversationally. You know what I'm saying? But then he's like, "Whatever, I'm gonna call your parents or wait outside in the office." So, like a good little boy, I was waiting outside the office, like outside of his office in like the front office area. And I was like, "You know what? Fuck this, bruh. I'm gonna go get my stuff and leave since I'm already suspended. He can finish up chatting with my mom and everything." So I go down the hall back to the class, and when I open the door, it's like the scene out of a Western movie. Two cowboys, me and Sea Dog, staring at each other from across the class. Nobody makes a move in the class. Things are so quiet you could hear a pin drop. And then I just grab my stuff and leave. So I'm walking out the school, and the front office lady, she like glances up and looks at me, and then she like looks back down and continues her day like nothing's wrong. Then she's like, "Wait a second." She was like, "Hey, where are you going?" And then I don't know why I did this. I really don't. But I just like bolted out the front door, and she was like, "Zerowit, get your ass back in here, boy." And I was like, "Hell nah." And I started running for my car, and when I'm running towards my car in the parking lot, there's like a window in the building where Papa P's office is. And I like, he's still on the phone, and I'm like running to my car, and I like look through the window and look at him, and he like jumps in the air, like bobbles the phone around to the ground. I see him make a break for the door, so now I know it's a race against time. So I'm running to my car, bro. I throw my junk in the back seat. It's like how you always practice if you're getting like chased by someone and you have to like get in your car and start it up really fast. Well, this was that moment. And I really don't know why I like decided to run. I really don't know, man. I was just kind of fed up at that point. So, anyways, I slammed the door, put her in reverse real quick, and then I gotta hand it to him. He was a short little guy and a bald little guy. Well, being bald doesn't really have anything to do with it, but he got out to that parking lot fast. So I put her in reverse, and I'm about to go forward and like go out of the parking lot when I see him standing there in the middle of the two lanes. So I see him standing there, and like for some reason he's squaring up like he's about to force push my car like back, like kind of like a Anakin Skywalker type thing. But I'm like, he'll probably get out of the way. So I start accelerating. I think I go from like 0 to about 10, like pretty fast. I'm kind of scooting, if you know what I'm saying. And then like I see his eyes getting bigger and bigger the closer I get. I think I get up to like 15, and then he finally like jumps out of the way at the last second. And let's just say he could not use the force. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And it was actually kind of funny because I like tried to take a right turn to a gate, but the gate was locked. So then I had to like bust a Yui and like go back around, and like he was like walking back into the building, and he saw me turn around. So yeah, that's how I got suspended for the rest of the semester. If y'all like the story, make sure to drop a like, maybe even a subscribe. Share it with your friends. If you were one of the people in that engineering class, comment down below. And yeah, stay tuned. Maybe I do another story. I did beat up the sped kid on a zip line in Costa Rica once, so that was a good one. And but that one is kind of short. I guess I could probably make the details and make it longer and stuff. Anyways, see ya.